In a small village nestled deep within dark forests, there was an old and abandoned house known as the House of Shadows. The locals said its history spanned many decades, and rumors spoke of evil spirits roaming within. There was a young man named Mark, naturally curious, who decided to enter the House of Shadows to see if the stories were true. It was nearly midnight, and the silence that enveloped the forest made every sound seem frightening. When Mark entered the house, he felt a chilling atmosphere wrapping around him, as if the night demons were watching him. The rooms were dark, and the windows tightly shut, making the rooms seem like dark tombs. Shadows crept in the corners, and Mark felt the walls breathe with hidden life. As Mark wandered inside the house, he heard strange noises coming from a dark room upstairs. Those sounds were eerily similar to heavy footsteps approaching him. Mark quickly rushed towards the stairs, but felt something grab his shoulder firmly. Mark stopped and couldn't move. He felt an intense cold spreading through his body, as if an invisible hand was reaching out from behind him. Strange whispers seeped into his ear, fading in and out indistinctly. While Mark stood in this terrifying darkness, he saw shadows moving in every direction around him. They emerged from every corner, playing with the darkness and merging into the walls. It was as if the shadows took on horrific forms to terrify his heart. Suddenly, the lights went out, and the house plunged into complete darkness. Mark heard hysterical laughter and piercing screams, but there was no one in the house, just him and the surrounding darkness. He tried to run, but the more he tried to escape, the more the shadows entangled and thickened around him. In a moment of panic, the lights abruptly returned. He found himself alone in the room he was in before the lights went out, with no trace of the shadows or the terrifying sounds. There was only the deep quiet of the night. Mark left the house quickly, as if his heart had not yet calmed down. He didn't know if the shadows were real or just a figment of his frightful imagination, but he lived the rest of his life certain that the House of Shadows vanished into the darkness, waiting for curious adventurers to reveal a glimpse of the night's terror.